Today we are going to talk about some dog training and whatnot because Bree is an amazing dog trainer. So I'm happy to have you over on the Dog Mom POV channel.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate
yeah,
that.
you can introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm nervous as heck, but my name is Bree. I am the owner of Dawg Bark. We are a dog training company based in New Orleans. I offer in person as well as virtual training. And yeah, I'm here to answer some of y'all questions. But I do
Yay.
want to throw out a disclaimer. I did notice a few people asking about reactive behaviors. That's a little bit more intricate and like personal. And not saying that I can't offer any tips in this live, but if you are one of those people that asked that question, send me a DM because we need to have like an off camera conversation about that.
Gotcha. That's a little more detailed. Okay. A little more one-on-one type situation.
Oh
Okay.
yes. Oh yes.
So as y'all know, she keep moving out the camera, trying to play with her little toy. But Zuri, she's our new puppy. She's
Hi.
4 months old. So I do have a few puppy questions to ask you.
Yes.
Um, One would be, let's see. So I put her in the crate and she's fine in the crate as long as I'm in there. But
Okay.
once I leave the room, she's barking her head off. How do I help her with that?
Okay. So you're gonna do this kind of for a few minutes every day, where you just leave the room. She has to kind of go through the motions with the whining.
Mm,
Kind of with dogs, they learn pretty quickly. Like, hey, if I whine, mama or daddy gonna let me out, so I'm gonna just keep whining. So you guys kind of have to be the girl. We need 15 minutes. Would you just being in your crate, relax, maybe give her
right.
something to do. She's still young, so I don't want to have you like introduce like peanut butter or anything like that just yet. But give her food and kind of let her focus on something else so that she's not looking to y'all for that
Okay.
safety net. Cause y'all are the safety net right now.
Mm,
So just a few minutes, not 15 minutes might be too long. I'm gonna say 5.
okay.
Honestly, just give her 5 minutes and kind of practice that maybe once a day, twice a day, and just do that throughout the week. And as she's getting older, you can add more time. But feed her in the crate, have her take her naps in the crate. You could give her kind of times throughout the day where either you're in the room with the crate and leave the door open to the crate, but just practice little random times throughout the day where she's in it and kind of make it a game, make it fun. Throw some
Okay.
treats in there, throw the food in there, throw a toy. See that toy that she's playing with?
Mhm.
Throw that in there and kind of let her go get it and bring it back to you. Just make it kind of a game.
Okay, she's very food motivated, so I'm pretty sure she'd be very distracted by some food in there, like one of those little dog food puzzle things or something. Or
Yep.
yeah. So
You can
thank
see.
you. That should help. She loves to bark her head off. Like as soon as I walk back in there, she's. I mean, I don't even have to let her out. It's just me seeing me there. She's like,
Oh,
"Cool, I'll just lay in here." But as soon as I go out, she's just barking her head off forever. It seems like.
oh my
I was
goodness.
like, I wonder. I need to put a little dog cam up. So I'm like, I wonder if she be like, how long does she do that for? So I don't
Yeah.
think she get tired for real. Serious, like she's such a diva.
Oh my goodness. She's so cute. See,
Thank you. She's
that's the
very
breed that
energetic.
gets me in trouble. Ooh, they get me in trouble because I don't like telling them no. They so cute. Oh my god.
Right. Them puppy dog eyes will get you. Hi Sharon. Thank you for joining us. Oh, we have 12 people here. Hey guys.
Hey, y'all.
Make sure you guys ask your questions in the live chat and Bree will try to answer them if she can. Um, yeah, we're happy to have you guys here. We're excited to do this. Bree said she's a little nervous, but I can't tell. You answered that question so good and gracefully, girl. Bye. You good. The more you go live, the more easier it'll be. Trust me. So what's another question I had? Did the barking. Had something else. Let me see if I got it in my notes. I did write some notes down.
Okay.
Let's see. How to stop her from biting on things. She's a chewer. She's a
Yes.
chewer.
Yes. Well, I mean, with that age, she's kind of like the human baby's teeth hurt. And they want to
Mhm.
bite on everything and bite you. That's kind of what she is with her biting. So your hand feels good. Your leg feels good. Your toes might feel good to her. So just kind of redirect that instead of her biting y'all, toy, straight to the toy. Everything to toy. Put a toy in her mouth. So that
Okay.
she is not biting you. Because nothing hurts more than puppy teeth. Oh my
Yeah, she
God.
like to nibble on toes, remote control, like
Woo!
anything.
Jesus. Oh yeah, see, I already know. But yeah, just kind of think of it like when the kids are going through the teething and nothing is like really helping, but we can't give them a little whiskey on the back of the tongue. So you could take talk to her vet about this. Maybe peanut butter or coconut oil, whichever one that you can freeze. And kind of
Mhm.
put that in a cone with some of her food. And whatever want to do well with her tummy.
Yeah.
So take some of that, or you can always win with some blueberries. Crush up
Oh,
some blueberries, freeze that with her kibble, and put that in a frozen cone. It's just something that she can lick and chew on and bite at. That's not you.
okay. I think she like that. Like Simba, he don't like blueberries though. He be like, mm. But again, he's not a biter though. But she, probably, I think she like anything. Like she's so food motivated. It's crazy. I don't think it's nothing that she won't try to eat.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe for Simba, we could give him some watermelon. But
Okay, watermelon.
yeah.
Yeah, that's simple. Okay. Okay. So let's see what other people had to say. Got several questions in my Dog Moms Only group and also on threads. People chimed in and wanted to know some things from you. So the first one we have is okay. Michelle says, "Can we talk about barking at everyone that walks by the house?"
That was been a common theme this week. I'm like, where y'all windows at? But so Miss Michelle, depending on the layout of your house. See, I can't get a visual because I don't know. I'm answering the question online. But depending on kind of the setup of your house, if there's like a big window where you are, or if you guys are outside, you're kind of gonna have to figure out a way to distract your dog.
Mm,
So it's very easy for a dog to be in their yard and feel like I gotta protect my yard. So I'm gonna bark at whatever the thing is that's out there. Whenever you want to break a behavior that you find kind of annoying, redirect. Let's go do something else. I usually have people start with the element of place training. So they can use their dog bed, they can use an elevated dog cot, or the dog can lay on the ground if they like laying on the ground. My dog is not one of them. He need a bed. It's fine. But just put them on this place, and that kind of gives them something to do that's not focusing on the people, the animals, the cars driving by, or the people walking up to the house. It's just something else. So usually with dogs, when they barking, I've had people say, "Is my dog saying hi?" Maybe, or he might just be bored and feel like
mm.
if I do this annoying thing, it'll either run you away or make you come closer, depending on the kind of person that you are. So just give the dog something else to do.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I need to do that with Zuri. She's a barker too. Barker, chewer. She's all the
Schnauzer.
things right now. I haven't had a
Schnauzer
puppy in a
baby.
while.
Ah.
So I guess that's just the typical puppy behavior, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's finding her voice
okay.
for sure.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So I'm like, woo, child. Been 12 years. But it's
Oh,
fun though. It's
yeah,
fun.
keep y'all on y'all
Um,
toes.
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Okay, so Gwendolyn says she has a 2-year-old Malachi who doesn't listen to anything she says. He doesn't come in the house when she calls him. He's very hyper. She feel like he has ADHD. She feel like he needs a doggy boot camp or something. Any suggestions to get him to behave would be greatly appreciated.
Put him on a leash. Put him back
Mm,
on that leash. I since it's at home, get a long line. I can send her directly my Amazon link, and she can order all of the long lines that she wants. So until they kind of get a solid relationship, she's gonna keep him on that leash so that every time she asks him to do something, she can follow through with it. I called your name. Come into the house. Uh,
mhm,
I told you come into this room and you ran away. Come over here. So the leash kind of helps you so that you're not running after your dog like a crazy person in the
mm,
yard.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So get that leash.
Yes.
Okay. Gina says, "How can I train my puppy to not bark at other dogs while they're outside? The second she sees a dog, she barks like crazy. She does not do this while we are at the pet store, though. Kind of similar to the other, the barking."
The barking. Yes. Well, I mean, she's in her yard and something is approaching it. So it's a kind of another one, distraction. And then when they're working through their training, because I'm hoping that everybody watching this is working on their training, you're also going to practice going in public, being around dogs, being around people, being around loud noises. I have a joke within my training program for anybody that's actually in New Orleans. I say that the city is a part of the training. It's loud, it's random. You might see a donkey in the neighborhood. I don't know why.
Oh, Lord.
You might see some chickens. I don't know why. But everybody got something. So dogs are like, what the heck is that? That throws them off if they're not used to being around it. So her seeing other dogs, she might also just be saying hi. But we're not gonna test it out. We're gonna go in public, we're gonna keep our distance away from people, and we're gonna sit down on the bench and we're gonna let people walk by, we're gonna let the dogs walk by, and we just gonna remain calm, neutral. I think over time people think of socialization as I take my dog to doggy daycare. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but it's not the great for socializing because it's just unlimited access to this dog. And dogs don't really need that all the time. Sometimes they just need to learn how to coexist with this thing without actually having to interact with it.
Right. And then practice makes perfect, right? Just keep practicing with them.
Keep practicing.
Don't give up on them.
No, just a little time, maybe 15 minutes a day.
Right. What you got? Got this raggedy tennis ball. Okay. She done chewed that. I'm gonna let y'all see this tennis ball. How she done did this tennis ball. What I mean. Look at it.
Oh my God. I'm going to send you a link too. We're going to get some different toys. We're going to throw them tennis balls away.
That's the first time I seen it look like that, child.
Oh.
This one must not be a good one because the other ones don't look like that. I'm in my daughter's room right now. That was just on the floor. So yeah. Okay, somebody wants to know, Carolina, she wants to know, can we talk about potty training? Because her dog pooped on her couch today.
I saw that, and I am so sorry that happened. Oh my goodness. I think I saw her. The dog seems very comfortable with you, but I think she mentioned that her dog is 4 months.
Yes.
Okay, that's still a little young, so that's kind of the age where I still don't fully trust them to just be places. And I don't know what kind of dog she has. I don't know if it's a little dog or a big dog, but usually when a dog does something like that, I want to give this disclaimer. They're not doing it to begrudge you. It's not mad at you. None of that. They just can't control their bladder at that age. So it probably was just emotion of, I really got to go. And she probably did give mom a, hey, I got to go. But she probably missed it. It happened. So she just went.
Right.
But kind of at that age, if she's not able to jump on and off the sofa by herself, I would kind of just put her in a spot on a dog bed, a dog cot, like in the crate, and then keep up with. I fed her at this time. I gave her some water at about 4:10. At about 4:20, we're gonna go outside to see if she have to use it and kind of stay on that rotation, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of her maybe having to use the bathroom. But I promise she didn't poop on your sofa because she mad at you. I promise. She just had to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. I always say that it's not the dog's fault when they go potty in the house. You wasn't paying attention, probably.
Yeah.
So
Keep them close.
yeah, I like to use the little dog potty bills because you can hear that. But Simba, he like that's how I train Simba to go potty. But now he like goes to the door. He might scratch the door or something. He'll let you know that he gotta go. Now if you miss it, he let you know.
They told you. Now, if anybody is for the bell, do the bell. I probably took the bell away from mine during COVID because it started getting on my nerves. He kept hitting it. And I'm like, all right. So I took that away.
Eventually they'll just go to the door. Well, for Simba, he just started going to the door. You look and you see him at the door like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. They'll go to the door. If you're in the area that's close to the door, they'll go to the door. Mine has learned if he has to go and I'm in my room, he'll come into the room and just look at me and I'm like, you gotta go. Come open this door. So.
Let's see. Amy says she adopted a 3-year-old Papillion in October and has been struggling with her being leash reactive. When other dogs go by. The odd thing is that she's totally fine when I take her with me to breweries and other public places. It's only when she goes for walks. How do I train her not to lunge or bark at passing dogs on our walks?
So kind of another one, this doggone reactivity. I feel like COVID really has done a number on puppies and dogs just because they weren't able to just be around other dogs without really, you don't really need interaction. I think that's a
Yeah.
huge misconception. It's like, I want my dogs to be social, they gotta go make friends. No, we just all hanging in the same area. I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing. So that mom's gonna kind of have to go back. We're gonna start over with our training. We're gonna start inside, move to the backyard, then go to our walks, see dogs pass. Yes, your dog can look at these dogs, but if you notice that she's kind of loading, and what I mean by loading is she see the dog, she's staring for an extended period of time, she start grrr, and she's loaded. She's kind of maxed out where she is. So, mom, you're gonna go to a park, you're gonna sit on that bench, you're gonna have your dog next to you while you sit on that bench, and she's gonna do what? Sit and watch you, watch birds, watch whatever, and just be around these different things so that she could kind of get used to, okay, I saw a dog. I can't go say hi to that dog because that's all it is. You're frustrated. You want to go get to the dog. You probably want to play. You might want to bite. We don't know. I don't speak dog. But we do know that you barking. You might be spinning. Who knows exactly? Because y'all comment. I love y'all comments. Y'all don't give me a lot of details. But you just you gotta you gotta just expose them to the things. Cause what you gonna do? Get rid of all the dogs in the world? No.
All
So
right.
go practice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this one is about the same thing or not. Let's see. It's kind of long. Becky says she has a 2-year-old, super friendly American Bulldog Lab mix. He has had basic training and responded well to it. But he has his moments of not wanting to listen. But what toddler doesn't? Haha. The issues I'm having is patience and getting very overly excited when we go somewhere with people, or if someone comes over at my house. He thinks he is a 70-pound lap dog and must get everyone's attention. Calming him down takes a long time, and he gets quickly excited again.
Okay.
Um, he also has the bad habit of jumping. Still a work in progress. Any suggestions?
He's doing all of the teenager things, all of them. But yeah, so you're jumping, you're getting overly excited when guests come over, um, just doing all of the things. That's another one where, yes, you've done basic training, now we're moving on to advanced. And we kind of have to proof what we learn in our puppy classes. So it's just going to take, when people come over, and mom is going to practice this, don't send a whole party to the house at once, but maybe not grandma. If we have like a younger friend that can come over and sit on the sofa while you practice being on place, over time we can add more people coming into the house. But just teaching the dog, hey, when people come over, they're not over here for you. They're over here for me. So you're gonna go to place, or you're gonna go to your crate, a house, or whatever you nickname your area,
Mm-hmm.
and just practice that and kind of. You had a lot of questions in there. It's a lot of different areas. So we're gonna start in the house though. We're gonna start in the house with one guest and practice that. And they can lay down, they can be sitting, whatever. Just the whole point is no jumping. Now if you want attention, maybe once you've calmed down, then you can be called over to get your head rubbed or your chin scratched. But as
Mm-hmm.
long as you acting how you acting and you jumping on people, no attention.
Right. Sounds good. The other questions were from threads. So Loki, the dog of mischief, and um Voodoo Garden Queen both had reactive dog questions, which y'all can hit up Bree on threads or in her DMs on Instagram at Black Dog Bark. That's BLACKDAWG Bark. And have a little one-on-one chit chat with her so she can give y'all some direction and whatnot about reactiveness, because that's a little more detailed. Okay. It's a little more personal for each dog. But thank you guys for asking your question. Um, there's another one on threads that said by Granny Sue, 1996. She said, "Is there any way to get a mini dash hound to not bark at everything?" Which you kind of covered already too.
The dachshunds in there barking. I mean, people gotta remember what the dachshunds was bred for. So why are we barking? Are we barking because a person approached? Are we barking because there's another animal? Are we barking because I'm trying to get your attention? And then we can kind of format a plan to kind of condense the barking. Now, another disclaimer, people. Remember, we have dogs. What do dogs do? Bark. They
Right.
bark.
Simba don't want to come.
Oh, she's so cute.
There go Simba over there, y'all.
Hi. He's like, ugh, this puppy.
Right.
Are they getting along?
They are getting along better. Now,
Okay.
at first, Simba was like, okay, it's a dog here. And then he was like, why she still here? Like, when she going home? But Simba,
Yep.
she's at home now, too.
Oh,
She's like, okay, so the first day she was like really chill. I guess because she didn't really know us like that, okay. But then she started being herself, and she's very energetic. She wants to play all the time and all that. And Simba's really not about that life anymore. He just want to lay down.
yes.
So she's kind of learning that he doesn't want to play, but sometimes he does like smunk up and plays with her.
Okay.
So they're starting to love each other and lay
Excellent.
beside each other and stuff like that. But it took him some time to get used to her. But she still gets a little crazy and like runs into him and stuff.
Got
But yeah, she be like trying to roughhouse him, like, I don't want to play, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
But she's kind of learning him and he's kind of learning her. What do you have to say about senior dogs and puppies being together?
I think they're a good match. I think usually puppies come in and kind of give new life into our older dogs.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yes. Now, it's important to always give him his time while little sister is away
Mm-hmm.
from him. Because if he's like, this dog again, this dog again, it's this dog again, he's going to be like, all right, now, can y'all come get her? And
Right.
then you don't want him to be like, she getting on my nerves. If you
Yeah.
don't get her, I'm gonna get her. So I try to tell my doggy owners to just consider time apart. Make sure that y'all have time with her. Make sure that whenever he's with her, that somebody is with them.
Okay. Yeah.
Never leave them alone. We'll
Mm-hmm.
have a side conversation off of this live about what happens to people who just leave their dogs out together.
Mm.
And you don't want to have them situations. Now it
Right.
could be a senior dog and a puppy. It could be dogs that's like 5 years apart. You just want to make sure that everybody have their own space, their own area, and just be kind of the referee in the middle sometimes. If you notice she want to play, but Simba's like, "Ma, I don't want to play today." You kind of call her over to play with you, or your daughter, or your husband, or
Mm-hmm.
whoever else is in the house. But just kind of get her attention off of him, because he want to do that.
Right.
You don't really want to play all the time. But when he does play, remind her, don't be aggravating him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he going to correct you and you're not going to like the way he corrects you.
Right. Y'all make sure you double tap the screen if you're liking this conversation. Bree is giving some amazing tips. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. Um, yeah. So y'all make sure you double tap the screen. That's how you give a like. You just do like this, boop boop, like you're booping a dog's nose, and you'll give the video a like. And so other people will join us because they'll see it and whatnot. Hello, mommy to Elena. How are you? Do you have any questions? Bree is a dog trainer. She's here to answer questions for you guys today. I also wanted to mention I'm glad that I have kids here to play with the puppy because Simba doesn't really want to play like that because he's a senior dog. He's 12 years old and Zuri's only 4. So I'm glad that she has kids to run around with and stuff like that. So it balances itself out.
The kids are always very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And your
And
kids
also
are,
you don't want to leave the kids and the dog alone either. So yeah.
oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So you want me to re-answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to say, she's not mad at you. I don't want you to think, oh my God, my dog hates me. No, she just needs a little bit, a separate area. Once she's kind of had some food, had some water, we kind of want to make sure that we keep them on a potty schedule. And I don't know how big or how small your dog is, but if she's unable to like get on and off the sofa on her own, we kind of want to make sure that we're watching for that as well, and just keeping track of when we need to use the bathroom so that we don't have those situations happen again. That is crazy that the puppy poops on the sofa. That one, I wasn't expecting to see that in the comments, but I'm not gonna say that it doesn't happen because it happens, and they're not doing it on purpose. I promise you.
Yeah, my Zuri has peed
Okay.
on my daughter's bed.
See the pee, yes, that yes, 'cause, you know, but the pooping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that one is very
That's a little
shocking.
shocking. Yeah.
That one is so shocking. Like
Like you just sat there and slap for real?
like what? I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm sure you're very upset. I'm so sorry that happened. Oh my god. But yes, we're kind of just gonna put her on a bed, put her on an elevated dog cot, put her in a crate, and then their potty training schedule
Mm-hmm.
for sure. And if she can't get on and off the sofa on her own, maybe like get some steps. Mm.
Elena said it was our first time purposely going out first thing in the morning, and she held it in until we got home. She peed right away in her pad.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think
Maybe.
about puppy pads? I know some people, well, some dog trainers don't like puppy pads.
I mean, if it's gonna work for your lifestyle, I'm not gonna tell anybody to not get a thing that works for them. But then got busy playing with cats. Yeah.
Mm.
And couldn't hold it anymore. So she
Yeah.
was playing, and too much time went by, and
Mm-hmm.
they can't control their bladder or their bowel movements. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
keeping track of that. But as far as the potty pads, I don't hate them. They're
Okay.
not my favorite thing. I just kind of want y'all to consider that we teaching a dog to use it in the house.
Yeah.
Like unless you have like a basement or like a back area, like a sunroom kind of somewhere like this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know.
See, okay, so I use puppy pads sometimes if it's raining outside because they act like they don't want to go outside and potty when it's raining. But she'll go pee on that pad with the quickness, but she don't want to go outside sometimes. That's why I use them.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna have to get over that using it in the bath outside in the rain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But opposite potty pads, you can get the fake grass.
Yep, I saw that too. Okay.
Like to poop outside.
She just be having her moments. Sometimes she do go outside in the rain. Sometimes she be like, "Who about to do this? You go outside and pee in the rain and see how you like it."
Oh my goodness. But I mean, you could get a little raincoat. She
Yeah.
might feel better about it.
I
Not
just
as
took my umbrella out there and be like over her, and she go pee.
I did that for maybe 5 minutes with Ziggy when he was smaller, but then I was like, bruh, you on your own with this rain. I'm not helping you. But for Miss Mamisa, is it Elena? Um, is it like outdoors your backyard or you live in like an apartment? How's that set up?
Zuri, what are you doing? Come back. Come back over here. Thank you. Thank you. You were trying to get into stuff.
I only asked that because the fully vaccinating with being outside and not having them fully vaccinated, I'm in an apartment first floor, so we're able to step outside. Just kind of that rotation. Say you feed breakfast at 7:30. Around kind of 7:40, 7:45, you want to start taking it outside. 3 to 5 minutes. If you haven't gone, you're going to go back inside, put her in the area that's contained, whether that is a laundry room or a crate where you can see her, put her there, maybe go turn on some tea. Maybe 35 minutes later, you're going to start that rotation where you're taking her outside again. And you want to keep doing that until she's used the bathroom. But also keep track of how often you took her outside. But once she's used the bathroom, praise the heck out of it. Yay, good girl, good boy, woo, give treats, give food, all of the things. But just make it a big deal, and then as day goes on, depending on how many times a day you feed, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you're gonna give the food, give the water, and then start taking them outside on the rotation and kind of just going from there. You can also use a long line because with my dog's always kind of been big. I would say I used to just put him on a long line and open the door, just let him outside. But just keeping track of your schedule. That the potty training, because keep in mind, 4 months is still very young. It's not 2 months, but it's still baby. So they still trying to figure out their bladder. Don't ever expect the dog to hold it as they get older. Yes. But while they're that age,
Using your toys. Yeah, so okay, so for like a senior dog, they kind of revert back into a puppy. And like Simba, sometimes he might have an accident in the house. What do you do about those moments? You just make sure they're on the schedule again so they don't have those accidents?
Schedule. You could use diapers for him. You could use, is he more so peeing or pooping?
Peeing, but it's like very rare. But I just noticed that sometimes it does happen. He'll go like in an area where it's easy for me to clean it up. He'll go to the bathroom or something like that and do it, which I'm like, thank you. But yeah.
Yeah. So kind of how like our grandparents kind of need help with the bathroom. They might be in diapers. You could do a belly band on him. It just covers his male area and he cannot mark in the house.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, okay, another senior question. Does he? Let me see. How can I say this?
Wiener dogs, they want to be friends with everybody.
Does he really not hear me sometimes, or do he really just not give a F?
It might be
like
both.
maybe he might be losing his hearing a little bit, or do he really just not care no more? Like, girl, bye.
It may be both. Honestly, now I won't be able to answer the ear thing. Now you can always have your vet have him do. Now you can do the sound test, like you snap by his ear. If his ear flinch, he heard you.
When I open a bag of chips, he hear that real good, or anything else. So I think he just be
Ignore you.
Yeah.
Oh yes. But the barking at other dogs passing by. Redirect. So if it's a window that she's looking out of, if y'all outside, get her attention, move her away from that, and have her do something else.
Now, how do you say that dog breed again? Because I think you said it different. I probably said it wrong. So how do you say that?
A dachshund?
Okay, that's how you say it, a dachshund. Okay, I said, what I say, a dash hound? Yeah, a dachshund. My bad. That's how you say it, y'all. A dachshund. I'm learning something new today. Okay, some people can't say schnauzer, but yeah, there we have it. I was like, oh, my bad.
I think it just depends on where y'all from. Honestly, I'm from New Orleans, and we make words up. So
I like y'all accent.
Thank you.
I know I probably sound real country right now. I was using a little TikTok voice filter, and I was like, oh my god, why I sound like that? Oh, you said that way too, Elena? Okay, so it's not just me. All right.
Wiener dog. People know what you're
A
talking
wiener
about.
dog. Okay, I just say wiener dog. Okay, because I'm gonna forget again. I know I am. And I gotta show you this, Elena, just because I'm sorry, it's funny.
It's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, them dogs will take us through it, Elena, but we got this. Just work with them, and they'll get it together.
Patience. Patience. I know that's easier said than I get up on my couch. Oh my goodness.
It's a zippy paws toy.
Oh, cute.
So yeah, she actually loves to play with toys. Simba, he hasn't really ever loved to play with toys. A little bit he did, but now he really don't care about them. Like, girl, no. Mm-mm.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness.
But that's all the questions. Does anybody have any other ones that's here in the chat? You can ask them live right now. And Bree, you can tell us more about your dog training business and how people can get in contact with you and schedule services and whatnot.
Of course. So I am everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I have a website. I'm gonna put all that in the chat. But pretty much, I would say that I'm specialized in pet dog training. What I mean by that is, if you are a family and you have a dog and you need some help, I can help you. I deal with reactivity, aggression, puppies, senior dogs, walking nicely on leash, crate training, socialization, exposure, all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much do it all. Um, kind of post pandemic, everybody got a puppy. Everybody did not train any puppy. So we kind of started over with a lot of people from square one and just showing them the outside world. I joked on threads earlier about exposing your dogs to random sounds like knocking the trash can over. I literally saw a man dog run away because his trash can fell over.
Oh wow.
And it like I guess it startled the dog. It was a random noise that it never heard before.
Yeah.
So when I tell people who get new dogs, make random sounds, be loud. I don't know why I've had people get puppies and they're like, we're quiet when they take a nap. I'm like, it's not a baby. I know they're family, but it's not a baby. I
Right.
promise you. You could be loud, you could scream. Maybe don't play your music super loud because
Mm.
that does affect their ears. That's the one that shocks people because they're like, we're in the car and I have the music loud. Turn it down. You don't want to pop their eardrum. But just random things. Being loud, slamming doors, dropping stuff. If you don't think that you need to practice it with your dog, you probably need to practice it with your dog. Just
So would
because.
something like that help dogs that are like scared of thunder and fireworks and stuff? Okay, good to know. Yeah.
Yes. Now the firework thing is, that's not something that you can practice with them all the time because we're not always popping fireworks. But
Yeah.
you can throw on a YouTube channel that's
Mm-hmm.
just constantly popping fireworks and let that play and just do your daily routine. Don't make a big deal out of it. Obviously, that's good practice here because I don't know why randomly all the time people want to pop fireworks or do some other things that they shouldn't be doing, but it might startle your dog.
Yeah.
And that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want them to get scared. You accidentally, for whatever reason, drop the leash and your dog run off. You want them to be used to that sound. So,
Okay, got a call and put this on do not disturb.
let me see. Is
Okay.
it let me? Okay, it's not gonna let me add anything to the chat. So, y'all, if you want to work with me or have
Well,
any
let's see if I
questions
can somebody can add it.
outside of the chat, you can put at on Instagram, Black Dawg Bark, or my email is Bree at blackdogbark.com.
Okay. I will put that in the chat.
Thank you.
How long have you been a dog trainer?
So professionally, I received my certification during the pandemic, but technically, since I was about 7 or 8. That backstory. I've always been short. Obviously, as a child, I was even shorter, and I've always liked big dogs, but I hated when big dogs jumped on me, and I knew
Mm.
that from early. So, funny story: had a family friend who wanted me to watch their dog while they went to, we have second lines, is what we call it in New Orleans. It's basically like a mini Mardi Gras, minus like a whole bunch of people. It's a good amount of people, but it's not as big as Mardi Gras. But he didn't want to take his dog to the second line. So I watched the dog, and the dog was jumping on me, y'all. And I was like, how do I stop this? Because you about to aggravate me. We the same height when you jump up. But I just found some sandwich meat in the fridge or whatever I had, maybe a chicken bone. I don't remember what I had, y'all. But I figured out if I held this thing up to this dog, he sat for it. And then I did that a couple of times, and he was like, all right, I'm not going to jump on this girl no more. And we kind of went from there.
Gotcha. That's cool. So, when is the first time you had a dog? You had a dog when you were younger?
Yes, so growing up, my dad, out of my parents, my dad is the one that likes the animals. So we had a dog first. The dog was not at the house one day randomly. Then we got a cat after that. We kind of played with the cat, but the cat wasn't like the dog. It's not training how you would train a dog. So I was like, okay, I'm over this too. But we had her for a little minute. Had a bunny, had another cat, had a fish. And then fast forward after Katrina, when we came back, I think I asked my parents for a dog so many times that they was like, all right, girl, we're going to get you a dog. And then dog after that. And the reason that BDB even exists, they got me my dog whose dog, her name was Jazzy Blue. So little dog. I don't know. Y'all would ask me, how did you go from something small to a Doberman? Listen, Ziggy was supposed to be a Yorkie. I don't know. I don't know how I got him, but my dad actually grew up with Dobermans, and I'm the child that's like, I'm gonna do whatever my daddy does.
Oh, daddy's girl, me too.
Yes, real bad. But when I got my first job, it was at a dog boarding place in Kenner. They had this family that had 2 Dobermans and a Yorkie. Yes, if y'all ever see this, I stole y'all pack. I want 2 Dobermans and a Yorkie. That's my dream. But I worked with them enough that I was like, dang, I really like this breed. I want one. So after Jazzy passed, my dad was like, I got to get you another dog. He's like, I know you sad, blase, blase. He looked high and low for Doberman breeders. Ziggy's actually a country dog. His people from Mississippi. But he picked me up from work one day. We drove maybe to like northern Louisiana, but like 45 minutes from New Orleans, and picked up Ziggy, who later became Ziggy Blue. But definitely taught me a whole lot of patience, a whole lot of just dog body language and listening to a dog and seeing how they communicate completely different with us, and just, I don't know, how to be a better dog mom. Like when I got my first dog, I was 12. When I got Ziggy, I was 21. So yeah. I was in a completely different time space for both of them, honestly. And I'm 31 now. He'll be 10 in October. It's just been, everything's just been different. But he just taught me how to be present in the moment with the dog that's in front of you. Like you'll hear a lot of trainers say, train the dog in front of you is not a real statement in the world. Like you could go off of what everybody else's dog is doing, but if you're not focusing on what your dog like, your dog is food motivated. Mm-hmm. My dog is food motivated, yes, but he just wants to please his people. But that's the breed. Mm-hmm. Dobermans are very my person. So whatever I'm doing, he's right there. If y'all go on my YouTube, I uploaded a video of me working out. He's literally right there. Okay. I can't do anything without him being right there.
Yep, your shadow. My shadows too. Speaking of your YouTube channel, so do you spell that BREEARNAUD?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to put that in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow her on YouTube. She just hit 100 subscribers, and we want to keep those numbers going up. Let's run them up. Follow her on YouTube.
Thank you. If y'all have anything that y'all want me to talk about in particular on YouTube, let me know.
And hey, Gwen, my sister in the chat. Hey, girl. She's the one with the mouthy that don't listen to her.
Oh my goodness. Yes. But with that, y'all know what y'all gotta do with that. It's relationship. I tell people all the time, just like you have a relationship with your husband, a relationship with your boyfriend, a relationship with your kids, it's the same thing with that dog. Now, if they watching you every day, and you know you told him to sit 3 minutes ago and he still ain't sit, why he gonna listen to anything else that you saying? You also have to follow through with what you're telling your dog to do. Because it's very easy to send your dog to a trainer 30 minutes away for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and they're gonna be doing everything. But they doing that every day on a consistent basis. So when the dog come home, you gotta do the homework.
Makes sense.
It's not hard though. We're not gonna make y'all do an agility run. We just, we just want your dog to walk nicely on leash. That's
Yeah.
it. And not bark when they see another dog. That's it.
They'll get there. Just be consistent, guys.
Yes. And it really does not take a lot. I tell most of my clients when you are doing homework that I assign, because yes, I assign homework, 15 minutes a day.
Okay, just 15 minutes?
That's really all you need.
Good job.
We just practicing. That's it. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention to you. I saw the video with the slow feeder. I love that. I'm a huge fan. But we're going to also add in a little bit of hand feeding.
I wanted to talk about that. Yeah. So what do you mean by that? Let me break that down for me a little bit.
Break it down. Okay. So let me get my handy dandy treat pouch.
Okay.
All right. So when I mention hand feeding, now I tell people all the time, I will DIY a treat pouch in a jiffy. But this is my favorite one. Shout out to Ava's Pet.
Shout out to Ava. Love Ava. Yes.
Now, you're going to take food. You're going to take treats. You're going to take fruit. Put it in here. Put this on your waist. And at mealtime, it can either be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Essentially, what you're going to do, we're going to proof her sits or her downs or whatever have you. Whatever you want her to practice. You're going to say her name. You're going to sit. Say it one time. That's it. When she sits, when she looks up at you, yes, your marker, yes, or okay, depending on what your marker is. And you're going to give a little bit of food. Now, I tell people all the time, depending on how much food you feed for a meal, you might not want to sit there and do all of that. Because, trust me, I get it. You might not want to sit there and feed the entire meal. You can do half the meal and just practice your sits, practice your down. If you want your dogs to learn a trick, I'm noticing a lot of people want to teach a dog to spin around them, aka orbit. Fine. Whatever you want to teach, that's what you're going to teach at that time. But ultimately, what you're doing is strengthening that relationship with your dog. So people say over time, my dog don't listen to me. I got to tell them to do stuff 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Pull this out.
Okay.
In conjunction with that, play with your dog. But pull this out and practice that so that your dog can form their own opinion of you. But yes, my mom cares. My mom loves me. My mom's providing structure. My mom asks me to do something. I got to listen. As long as they know that you putting in the work, they can be like, okay, I can listen to her.
So I'm going to have to try that for sure. Because this one right here, she be gulping in that food so fast. But it was amazing to see how it changed when I gave her that slow feeder bowl. It slowed her down so good.
Yes.
If I just give her that regular bowl of food, it's going like that. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, why are you so, like, why? You don't have to rush. Why are you doing that? Like, I was like, was she doing that with her litter? Like, they had to fight over the food or something? Or
Probably. Yep.
I mean, I can have the bowl in my hand and she's jumping all over me. Like, she just will not calm down.
Energy levels on 1,000. Yeah, it was pretty much survival of the fittest. If you don't make it to this bowl first, you're probably not going to eat. So.
Still got that mentality though. Like, girl, you don't got to do that no more. It's okay.
She said, yeah, but you got hands too, and I don't trust you neither. So I'm going to just gobble it down.
Dang. And then I have to separate them. Like, they can't eat together because she'll go over there. She'll eat all of hers in 1 second and then go try to eat Simba's. Yeah.
Oh
Some be
yes.
like, girl.
Oh
Was like,
yes.
oh no, can't do that. Gotta separate y'all. Yeah.
Separate. Yes. That's a big one. Those resources, that's like the main component when people are like, I have my dog's fighting, my dog's getting into it. It's either you're the resource, a piece of furniture, toy, or some food. Somewhere. Something. But you kind of just have to have these stuff separate. So I get a lot of clients, everybody, for whatever reason right now, is anti-creep. I don't know why.
Really?
I'm like, you know what?
That's like Simba's safe place. He'll go in there by himself.
Listen, I try to explain that to people, but they're like, no, it seems cruel. Fine, you got it. You better have a bathroom or a laundry room though that you can put the dog in, away from the other dog, because that's once litter or housemates have like gotten into it, it's gonna take a lot of work to revert that back. Because dogs are very always on site every time.
Oof.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Mm-mm.
It's not necessary. There's enough food to go around for everybody. So we just eat separately at different times, or hand feeding.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could go outside and throw the kibble in the grass and let them sniff.
Mm-hmm.
So many different things. We don't want them to get into it. Now, obviously, human siblings have their disagreements. So I expect housemates and littermates or whatever you want to call them to have their disagreements. That's fine. You can have a disagreement. You cannot fight.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. No. So
I got you.
get you one of these from Ava and put some
I
food in
will. Yeah. I'll definitely give you one of those, and we're gonna try that out, Zuri. I got her a snuffle mat as well. She loves that, and then I got her some little. They call it a food puzzle thing, but it's not like a puzzle. It's like you put it in like a little ball,
Okay.
and she got to knock it to get the food out. Yeah.
Okay.
So she
Cute.
got all the kind of contraptions to slow her down.
Now let me know how long it takes her to figure that out, because they up there with the Dobermans on smartness.
Mm.
So you can maybe like switch out.
Yeah, I switch them around because she's smart. Because I had the little thing that you knock around. I had that hole a little too big, and she just knocked all that stuff out of there. I said, "Oh, I need to change that setting." Because you smart, you knocked it all
Make
out
it
of
a
there.
little smaller. Oh my goodness. But even with that, if you anything like me, I'm always ordering from Amazon. I use their box. I keep their box. I throw random pieces of paper in there, and then I throw the kibble in there. Here's your food. Go find it for dinner. Or you can even take an old towel. You're going to sprinkle the food in a towel, roll it up, and put it in a knot. Now, you can do that when she get bigger, because it might be a little difficult for her to get the knot out with her mouth size right now. But, for anybody with a smart, my lady with the bulldog and lab mix, you can do that. Take that old towel, sprinkle the kibble in it, roll it up, and put it in a knot. So,
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I like that do it yourself things.
Yes.
Put that on your channel.
We're going to save some money, y'all, because they get expensive. That's a huge thing that everybody's complaining about on threads right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I mean,
Everybody's like, I want a dog trainer, but I don't want to pay an arm and a leg. I'm sorry, huh?
I mean, it's gonna cost some money. I mean,
it's a little bit of an investment.
let's budget. Save. Put
A
some
little
money
bit.
aside.
I try to be affordable. That's important to me. Like being affordable to not only people virtually, but people in my community, because people could barely afford to take care of themselves. So I want to make sure that you can afford what you need from me. So
That's good.
Maybe not an arm and a leg, maybe an arm and a kneecap.
Right. But I'm sure she's worth it. All these gems she dropped today, her price worth it, okay? Come on. She giving y'all the free 99 right now. If you want more, subscribe to her YouTube channel, reach out to her on Instagram and all that, okay? And holler at us on threads. We've been having a good old time on threads, okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's fun over there. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this on up. Bree, you have anything else to say? You can say it now.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate I was very nervous. I know I said that at the beginning. Whew, I have not done a live anything since maybe 2022.
Okay.
So getting back on live is I feel a
You
little
did
less.
good. You did real good. I couldn't tell you was nervous until you said you was nervous, but yeah, you did good. So give yourself a pat on the back and keep going live.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. If you have any other questions tomorrow, down the road, just hit me up.
All right. We'll see you later, Bree. Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
y'all.